Hello, welcome back to my channel. I've just set off from the Swirls car park at the Thirlmere side of Helvellyn for hopefully a camp somewhere around the summit of Helvellyn. I've had a bit of a bad back recently, so I'm just going to have to see how it goes. The forecast is a bit sort of changeable, and I'm looking up to Helvellyn now. You can see it up there and it's all in cloud. Now it's supposed to clear later, but whether it does or not remains to be seen. Temps tonight are just to drop below zero, but it's quite windy as well. 30-mile-an-hour winds forecast. So if we get them sort of winds, it's going to be a bit wild up there. It's a very exposed summit, and pitching is quite limited as well because of the rocky ground. But I came up on Christmas Day just to have a look around, and I've got some ideas where I want to pitch. So I've got a few options, but with the wind being forecast to be quite bad, I decided just to bring the Hilleberg Soulo rather than I was going to bring the dual mid, but I just worried about getting it secure in this rocky ground, and obviously the wind as well. I mean, they forecasted 30 miles an hour, but sometimes they forecast 30 and it's actually 40. So prepare for the worst, hope for the best. That's my motto. Just let you have a look round. I'm usually quite quick up this scent. My personal best is 1 hour 5 minutes. I did that in September last year when I was coming up. I wasn't filming, I actually forgot my phone, so I just sort of shot up here with a lighter rucksack as well. I've got winter gear in this, so it's quite a heavy rucksack, but yeah, I won't be breaking any PBs today, that's for sure. But I can see quite a lot of people on this path. I mean, it is Helvellyn and it is Sunday, so it's going to be busy, but we'll plod on and see if we can find any people to pass. If I came in about 2,300 feet, so not looking good, but the forecast for it to clear later, but I'm not too confident looking at this. Very busy, a lot of people coming down, but I'm not seeing anyone going up yet. So we'll plod on. This is probably the roughest bit, and then it flattens out a bit when we get to Browncove itself. So just before you top out on the Browncove section, there's this bank of snow to navigate, and I'm just doing the same as everyone else really, coming around the side of it. It's right across the path, as you can see, but quite a steep section this, so I've got to be really careful. This rucksack is really pulling me back, so when you slip, you don't want to slip. Yeah, we'll carry on a bit further. Flattens out soon, so that'll be good once we get past this snow. Just reached the two parallel gullies now on Browncove Crags, and don't want to get too close to it. I've got a video on my channel, on one of my early videos when I first started, of coming up that one, if you fancy having a look what it's like. But snow, it's just doesn't feel like there's any ice at all, just sort of snow. Looks good though. Certainly won't want to slip here and end up down the bottom of there, that's for sure. Into the abyss. So I've just reached the lower man section now, and being north facing, you always get a bank of snow in this bit, but that wind's, it's still quite calm really. The forecast was for it to get windier later, so While there's no wind, there's not much chance of this crag shifting, but yeah, if it gets windier a bit later, hopefully this is supposed to shift. But we live in hope. So we're nearly at the summit now. I'll swing a left and pick up the Swirl Edge section and then head over to the summit and the weather shelter just over there as well. Not far now, another 5 minutes. Here we are, Helvellyn Plateau. Bit of a cornice on the top here, but nothing further down. You can see Swirl Edge there, going down into the mist, into Red Tarn. And some people there just seem to be putting the micro spikes on, which is very sensible. Good to see that. Yep, we'll plod on towards the trig point in the summit. So I just reached the summit there. It took me about hour and a half, something like that. Stopped talking to a few people on the way up, which was nice. And it's busy though, busy on this top. It's to be expected really, it's Sunday afternoon. So the weather shelter's just there. I'm just going a bit beyond that. Having plenty of time. It's about 2 o'clock now. I'm just going to scope out some potential spots. Very rocky up here, so getting the pegs in will be a problem in some places, but we'll have a look round and see what there is. Briefly cleared for a moment there. I could see Striding Edge, but it lasted about 20 seconds and it's gone. So we're still hopeful that it'll clear later. But as you can see, I've got a layer on now. I've got my hat on because it's quite exposed up here, and when you're pushing on up the ascent, you're generating heat, so you stay quite warm. It's a bit more easier once you level out, so it's good to get a layer on and keep warm. Now this spot's looking pretty good. I came up here in September. I think it was September, beginning of September. I forgot my phone. I didn't bring any filming gear. I came up in the Geomid and I camped here then. But look at that for a cornice, my god. And then looking down there, you can't see Striding Edge, is just over there. I mean, but if this clears later, wow. So yeah, I'm fancying this. That is pretty damn spectacular. Keeping well off this snow. Look at that. Wow. Superb. To keep away from this snow. That's where I pitched up in September. So I'm going to have a look at that. Good thing about here as well, it's away from the main summit, and as I said, it's very busy, so I'm away from everyone else. I'm not bothering anyone. Not that I bother anyone anyway, but you know what I mean. Yeah. Look at that. Stand there. And look at that. What's like there's footprints there? Or is it maybe the snow's just collapsed? There can't be footprints. Can't. Anyone that walks on that is just insane. But yeah, I'm having this. Can't believe this is no wind at all. Now I've said that, blooming hurricanes are probably going to fly through, but there's no wind at all. Look, I've emptied all my stuff out there. There's just nothing. So really take the opportunity now to get that tent pitched up. Right on the edge there. the door's there, so the door's going to be looking that way, and I've pitched it so that my foot end is lower than the head end. It is a bit slopey, but it's no big deal. But anyway, let's get it pitched up and see what it looks like before the wind comes. So it's only 3 o'clock now, and we're all pitched up, and still really clagged in. So there's nothing really to do. I can't do much filming because I can't see anything. I've no phone signal as usual. But it was just good to get in the tent for half an hour and just get out this wind. It's not particularly windy, but there's a fair breeze, and it's absolutely bitter. As usual, my hands are absolutely frozen. So I'm really pleased with this pitch. I'm just hoping that it's going to come clear before it goes dark. It gets dark about 4:30, and we're still into the long old nights. It's going to be 8:30 in the morning before it's light. So long old nights still. But yeah, this there'd be fantastic views for me if this lot just clear, but it doesn't seem like it's going to yet. With the wind picking up, maybe it'll blow through. Yeah, so stunning spot. We can't really see too well, so I'm going to get back in the tent now, just get out of this wind and just chill out for a bit. See you in a bit. as you can see, it's another wild one. Flipping heck. It's just going dark now, so I thought I'd get out of the wind. But it's 5 o'clock now, and I've just settled into the tent and got out of that wind. I measured the wind earlier, and it's pretty much constant 30-35 mile an hour wind with 45 mile an hour gusts. At least it's not raining like it was last week, but it's blooming wild. So it looks like it's going to be another wild night. It was forecast, to be fair, but it's supposed to die down a bit, but it's going to be after midnight. I say it's just 5 o'clock now, so there's a way to go yet in this. But I'm so glad I brought this tent. I was going to bring the duo mid, but no, I know they're supposed to be great in high winds, but I'm more confident in this solo. So I'm so glad I brought this. I've got the long 9-inch pegs. I've used them mostly, and I've also double pegged the windy end as well. The ground's pretty good, so hopefully I'm going to be alright with those pegs. But as you probably saw in the footage earlier, it's -10 with the wind chill. It's about -1 actual temperature outside, and all the guy lines are starting to freeze up. But yeah, I think I'm going to get the kettle on. Nice and warm anyway. Them rab down pants, I was walking outside earlier just in this, and just trying to get some photographs and some video, but it's just quite dim and it clears for seconds and then it's gone again. But just walking around in these down pants, and I was toasty warm, absolutely brilliant. I'll put a link to what they are in the description so you can check them out for yourselves. Yeah, so get the kettle on, have a brew, stick the radio on, although I probably won't be able to hear it on this lot. But yeah, that's a bit of time I think. See you in a bit. I've just made my way up to the summit shelter on Helvellyn. I was sat in the tent earlier, and the wind was just doing my head in. I measured the wind speed at constant 40 miles an hour, and it was just rattling the tent. I mean, the tent's fine, but it was just rattling. The noise was just horrendous. So I've been sat up here nearly 2 hours actually, sat in this wind shelter on the summit. While I was here, there was a couple waiting for mountain rescue. They got a bit lost in the mist, so they were waiting for mountain rescue. Then mountain rescue turned up and walking them back down again. So it's just passing a bit of time. But I've had a bit of signal up here as well, which is good. So I've been catching up on some messages and that. But I've just looked at the forecast, and this wind doesn't seem to be dropping all night. No, till midnight anyway, so I'm just a bit reluctant to go back to the tent. Yeah, but it's a beautiful night, absolutely beautiful. It's clear skies, moon's there, lighting it all up. But it's just the wind, it's just horrendous, like 40 miles an hour wind. And getting the tent, it's just so noisy. So I'll probably have to go back at some point. I just hope the wind drops. I mean, they're talking about dropping to 30 miles an hour around midnight. But I'm pitched just below 3,000 feet down there. I think it's 2,980 feet. And it seems windier down there than it is up here. I can't understand it, but anyway. You know what the wind's like, it's has a mind of its own sometimes. Yeah, so temperature's -1, but in that wind, I've had my my anemometer out, and it's showing -10 with the wind chill at 40 mile an hour winds. So yeah, so it's a cold one. Anyway, I might just chill out a bit longer up here and then head back to my tent. Okay, see you in a bit. just got back from the summit shelter there, and it's definitely windier down here than it is up on the summit. I can't believe it. Like I said, 40 miles an hour here. The tent's getting, I mean, as you listen from them, that video, just the tent's getting bent around a bit, but it's fine. All the pegs are in really secure, so I've checked them again. But I've been up the summit shelter for quite some time. I've just got back here now, so I'll probably make a brew and just try and pass a bit more time, and hopefully this wind's going to drop shortly. Not particularly confident though, so might as well sort of make myself comfortable and make the best of it really. Okay, see you in a bit. So it's 10 PM now, and as you can probably tell, nothing's changed. If anything, it's got worse, more windy. So I've had enough of this, that's for sure. So I'm going to get my boots on. I'm going to head back up to the summit shelter again, get some shelter up there, and just get out of this noise. It's like being on the wing of a bloody jet plane. Yeah. So just nip up there, kill a bit of time, come back here. Hopefully it might be reduced a bit by then, but it's just crazy winds, crazy winds. But it's a beautiful night outside, it's just with these winds, just mad. But I'll get my boots on and get out there. So I've just had another wander up to the summit shelter here up on Helvellyn, just to get out the wind in that tent. It's rattling around, it's driving me blooming mad. But yeah, it's absolutely stunning night. I wish I could show you this. The sky is as clear as anything, but it's just this wind. It's just relentless. And being sat in the tent is it just drives you mad after a while. So I just thought I'd come up here, got the place to myself, and just enjoying up here, except my feet are getting freezing. But hey, whatever. It's certainly nights like this, certainly a test of your mental resilience when it's windy like this and it's freezing cold. But you've just got to get on with it. And I'm looking forward to tomorrow morning packing up, getting back down to the car, and then getting some breakfast in Ambleside. Yeah, looking forward to that. That'll keep me going for a while yet. So yeah, I'll probably just sit here for a bit and then have a mooch back down to the tent. It's probably about a 10-minute walk just south there, and get back in the tent and just chill out for a bit. Chill out as much as I can. I never really get much sleep anyway, but it's just you can relax a bit, but it's not like anything's going to happen. It's just bloody noisy. The tent's ace again. I'm so glad that I brought that tent tonight. But yeah, plodding on. It's about 11 o'clock, 10:30 now, something like that, I don't know. So probably comes light about 7:45, sun rises about 8:30. So got to plod on until then. Okay, see you in a bit. Well, that was a long night, but we survived it just about. The wind's dropped quite a bit. It's still a little bit gusty, but it's nothing compared to what it was. And the temp's up as well. It's like 3 degrees now. So as you can see, the kettle's boiling and the sun's starting to come up. So I'm looking forward to getting this breakfast on. Guys, it's time to pack up now. It's 8:30 and as much as I'd love to stay, just going to get back, but I brought the drone, but this wind, it's 25 to 30 miles an hour. There's no way I can get the drone up in this, but it's absolutely stunning. Just look at that, sliding edge there. Absolutely gorgeous. There's a bit of an inversion going on the western fells over there. Absolutely beautiful. Right, get this tent packed up now and hopefully I won't lose it in this wind. So that's us all packed up. It's just 9 o'clock now. So leave no trace, everything nice and tidy, just like we've never been here. And now it's time to head back to the car and leave all this magnificence behind. What a place, absolutely beautiful. Anyway, we'll saddle that lot up and head back to the car. So I'm just at the trig point on Helvellyn now. Still pretty windy, but I think it's a good point to sign off this. One hell of a night. I mean, it was a bit of an endurance test, if I'm honest. Not just physically, but mentally as well. Really long nights, and putting up with that rattling tent all night. It's the second time I've done it in a week. My last outing was the same. That was even worse actually, with the rain as well. But yeah, test of character nights like this. But they certainly make you appreciate the good nights when it's nice and quiet. Look at that. I can't drag myself away from this. You can see everything. It's so clear. Anyway, big thanks for watching, and get in the comments if you've got any questions for me. I always love to hear from you guys. Thanks for all your great comments that you've given me so far. I really appreciate it. And as I said before, if you are coming out of the mountains this time of year, do take care. It can be dangerous, and you know, as I said, that I was with some people last night who had to get mountain rescue out. They got lost in the mist, and then they were unsure which way to get back. The mountain rescue guys, 3 of them came up and walked them back down again. So, you know, it can be dangerous up here, especially this time of year. So please just be careful and look after yourselves. Thanks guys, hope to see you in the next one. See ya.